Due to the pandemic of COVID-19, many school districts are moving their platforms online. And unfortunately, that has taken a dark turn for our children because there's a lot of things that's happening and children are not being held accountable. Because they haven't been held accountable during the school year, this is why they're not being held accountable online. I mean, are you going to send them to detention?
Okay, welcome to online detention. You are here for one of three reasons. One, because you were spamming in the chat. Two, because you were blowing into your microphone, causing potential harm to other individuals' ears here in our class. Or three, because you were being inappropriate on the webcam. What I will need you to do is please turn on your webcams, put your hands up, absolutely no phone usage. You will be silent until this detention time period is over, and you will not talk to each other. Thank you. Begin.
They're literally making memes and jokes about it, and this is a serious problem. And the whole intent of this episode is to bridge awareness of the dangers of e-learning and how it's taking a dark turn. Most of the content that I'm going to share with you today comes from the app TikTok. TikTok is an app where it continues to be unaddressed and no accountability is taking place for the content shared on their platform. This is a Chinese-based company that is home of Gen Z, where it's the musicals, lip syncs, and also the dark thing that takes place on the internet that many people are not talking about. So I want to show you this clip where there was children in class and something inappropriate was said. This particular clip I'm going to show you actually went viral, and the teacher actually reached out to the admin staff to figure out what could be put in place. Unfortunately, the child was not identified and no accountability took place, and this has gone viral on social media. Watch this.
Now, remember, now how many hydrogens do I have? Well, that was really unnecessary. Whoever did that, that's your warning. Don't do that again. Otherwise, we'll kick you out and you can watch the replay. Okay.
You have a new YouTube account called Flex, dedicated to talk about trolling online, and the content just started a week ago. You have comments literally saying, I'm literally crying. How do you find teachers streaming? How do you find these? I want to do it. I can't wait. This is going to be lit. I'm going to chat spam God. Keep doing this, bro. You have people that's actually encouraging this behavior, and this is something that's very toxic and damaging and disrupts the learning environment.
All right, what's that? All right, I don't know who you are, Flex DZ. Okay, some of you guys are making me laugh because you're funny, but not appropriate. So
Hear me? Can you hear me? Hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, I'll turn. So in this case,
adding in some things. We should be able to laugh once in a while, right? I mean, we are going through some weird times, and this is not what we normally do in school. Okay, some of you guys are making me laugh because you're funny, but not appropriate. So, blocky you, man. I'm getting you guys blocked in here. I don't know who this person is, but I think we're gonna have to block the whole chat feature probably.
Sir, I have a question if you don't mind. What? Well, he went for cigarettes, and I don't know. Dang man. That's the only thing you can say.
And again, I go back to teachers have more control in the classroom than they do online. And if they weren't able to hold kids accountable during the school year because of, politics and procedures, what makes you think that they're going to be able to control them online when there's no accountability and you don't know who's who? I'm going to step out here and just personally say that I do not believe e-learning should be a requirement. I do not believe that it should be mandatory due to the fact of the things that's taking place, due to the fact of the inequities where certain people do not have access to the internet and technology. But this yet alone is another situation taking place. There was a teacher that reached out to me that said that they, had an experience similar to this is what I'm talking about right here locally where I live. And I go back to say this, it is really problematic because these kids are not going to be able to be held accountable. They haven't been held accountable during the school year. And what makes you think that they're going to be held accountable online? And they're watching these tutorials online of how to maneuver this system. There's videos circulating teaching kids how to pretend that they're online when they're actually not. Watch this.
So I did my project on the stock market. Crap.
Okay, so I know a lot of y'all are in Zoom now because you're quarantined and your school is now online through Zoom. So I'm going to give you all a couple life hacks just in case you didn't know. First, we're going to go to video settings. Video settings, we're going to turn on touch up my appearance. That's like the beauty filter for Snapchat. Next, we're going to go take a photo in our camera. So we're going to go to camera app and then take a photo, make sure you look official, make sure it looks like you're paying attention, then you're going to save that photo. Depending on where you save it from, you're going to go to virtual background, and from virtual background, you're going to find add image, and from add image, you're going to go through and find your photo. I saved it to recents, so I'm going to upload that photo right there, and now it looks like I'm paying attention. I can move out of the screen, and they'll never know any. Okay, thanks guys. Don't forget to wash your hands.
Oh, my sound doesn't really work, that's why.
Why this is happening.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
This episode is dedicated to have intentional time with your children, to bridge awareness of the content that's appropriate and not appropriate online. You have children that's sharing their screen and pulling up Pornhub. You have children that are literally peeing and using the restroom while they're on video. And it's not just children. Adults are doing it too. Watch this.
Profession is one of the only professions that say that we can never get involved with a former client ever, regardless of how long it's been, versus like some other professions say a few years or whatever. I think it really depends on just like the ethical standards of the profession. And in reality, I've heard that social work kind of has very high standards and like good standards in terms of things, and that oftentimes people of other professions don't have. Yeah.
Hold on.
What happened?
I saw nothing.
Oh my God.
Poor Jennifer.
I gotta
What happened?
Nothing. Keep going.
The kids know how to use this software so good that they're actually kicking their own teachers out and making memes and jokes out of it.
I want to see the work I just asked you to do, and I want to see it now. We're not here to fool around. We're here to use our time to learn math.
Yo.
Now you're really testing my patience, and I want that to continue. We're here to learn. I'm here to help you learn.
No. Oh my God. Yo, he removed the teacher. Yo. Oh my God. Yo.
Okay, that is completely inappropriate. I don't know who has music on right now. I was just thinking about how respectful and good you guys have been, but for me to have to hear you guys, your music, and the cussing on it in the middle of class, I know we're showing presentations, but that is not okay.
So again, I go back to teachers are not comfortable teaching online, some of them, and unfortunately, we are kind of forcing the hand of educators to teach online when they're not adequately equipped for the equipment that they're teaching. And again, I go back to say this is that programs like Zoom and Google Hangouts, again, has to have that responsibility because we have children that are on these platforms. And I go back to question the COPA policy. If you don't know what COPA is, COPA stands for the Children Online Privacy Protection Act. And I go back to say this is that these programs should not be collecting any type of data on children under the age of 13. So I want to thank you for tuning in and stay safe. And this is just a bridge awareness. We want to make sure that all of our children are protected online and also that we're not having future disturbances like this. You stay safe out there, and until next time, peace.